Installed this in an old Dell Latitude D430 to speed it up a bit. It did just that. Certainly not as much improvement as when I added an SSD to my newer laptop, but that was to be expected. The D430 had a 120GB drive, so I had to shrink it down before making a copy to transfer to the SSD. Windows partitioning didn't get me there because of the immovable file syndrome. Tried a bunch of tips for moving them but couldn't quite get there. Then I found the free Mini Tool partition software and it fixed it with no problems. I then used the free Macrium Reflect software, on a CD disk, to clone the internal drive to an external USB drive. Installed the SSD and used the Reflect disk to clone the USB drive back to the SSD. Reflect was smart enough to clone only the actual used space, so it wasn't a problem using a larger USB drive as the go-between. When I booted up the first time, it started Windows OK and automatically installed the drivers for the SSD. That required a restart and then everything was perfect. Installed in my original MacBook Air, fired her up and works great. Fantastic fix to rejuvenate my old laptop. Used small Phillips screwdriver from new battery installed at the same time. Check McFixit for easy to follow instructions. Installed 10.6 and upgraded to 10.6.8, stay away from 10.7, and works 4 times faster than new. My poor D430 was painfully slow with the stock 4200 revolutions per minute 1.8 inches ZIF drive. I decided to shell out the money to upgrade it to the 1.8 ZIF SSD. It was a fantastic decision. My laptop went from being so bottlenecked from the slow HDD that it had trouble running some Linux builds, but I SSD swapped later and it was able to run Windows 7, with some features cut down of course, with ease. Click link in description for more reviews.